We are a nonprofit bicycle cooperative, and what that means is that we take bicycles donated by the community, our staff and our volunteers fix those up, and then we redistribute those back out to the community in need. So no matter who you are, where you're from, what your background is, we want to make sure that everybody can experience all of the benefits of a bicycle. And so we get those bicycles out to anyone who needs them, and then we also teach people how to fix their own bicycles, because we know that those bicycles are only good when they're running. And so we provide that education for people as well. Most people know about the Boise Bicycle Project from the bicycles that we donate to kids. So we've donated over 7,000 bicycles, refurbished bicycles to kids since we first started in 2007. Every single one of those kids were referred to us through another nonprofit organization, because we want to make sure that we can really find the kids who need bicycles the most. And these bicycles really play a central role in connecting these kids to opportunities in the community. And so all throughout the year, we have kids come down, they go through a little safety class, we get a helmet on their head, we teach them about their bicycle locks, and then we teach them how to ride their bicycle safely. And then we send them down the road with a new used bicycle from BBP. And these bicycles are all donated by the community. All fixed up by our staff and our volunteers, and by the time they're in the hands of these kids, they're usually in better than new shape. We go through, we hit every single bearing, we do all the adjustments, and for many of these kids, it's their very first bicycle. So most people know about BBP because of our programs for our kids, but we also want to make sure that anybody who is experiencing transportation barriers also has access to a bicycle. So people who are getting out of prison and ready to, have a restart, they need those bicycles to get to work, to look for jobs, to do all these different types of things. We have a really large refugee population in Boise, and no matter who you are, where you're from, bicycles are sort of this universal language, and we try to make sure that the second people arrive in Boise that they have access to our services. So we provide bicycles to a lot of refugee kids and a lot of refugee families to make sure that they have the ability to grow and thrive in our community. And then we work with a lot of Boise's population that's experiencing homelessness, and we make sure that they have a bicycle to get to all the places that they need to go. And really everybody in between. We want to make sure that anybody who wants to ride a bicycle has access to them, no matter what their financial situation is. So whether you come in here and you buy a bicycle for $100, $200, $300 off the shelf, or you can't afford one, we want to send you down the road so that you have the ability to experience all the benefits a bicycle can provide. We really strengthen the community at the Boise Bicycle Project in so many ways, and a lot of it really is working with our nonprofit partners, our schools, our counselors, our social workers, because transportation is just one of the barriers that these kids face. One of the stories that I always think about is we had a child that was referred to us a couple years ago during our Holiday Kids Bike giveaway. His name was Nino, and the teacher called us and said, "Hey, can we get Nino signed up for a bike?" We're like, "Of course, let's get Nino signed up for a bike." He was one of 500 kids who got a bicycle that year. And the day before the giveaway, she calls and she says, "You know what, actually, he has an older brother. His name's Uwe. He's slightly beyond the age limit that we're donating bicycles to. Is there any way that you could get him a bike?" We're like, "Sorry, all the bicycles that we have, they're already assigned to kids. There's no way that we can get him one." She's like, "All right, well, here's my phone number. Let me know, because I'd really like to get this kid a bike." Him and Uwe, they share a bedroom and they share a bed. And they take turns on who gets to sleep on the mattress one night than the other. And so this would be a really great opportunity to get these kids a bicycle during a time when they don't have a lot of other things going for them. So when you hear a story like that, your response is we're going to figure out a way to get Uwe a bicycle. And so we were able to get Uwe a bicycle that day, and Uwe uses that bicycle to get to his football practices that he now goes to go and get groceries for his families. And so yes, it's a bicycle, but it's all the doors that are going to open once he has that bicycle, can go and connect to the other opportunities in the community. So we know that these bikes are just a gateway to all sorts of other things. We found out that we were selected as a finalist for Together We Give probably about a month ago, and it was sort of a surprise for us. As an organization, we do our best to plan everything out on how things are going to look. And this has been such a difficult year to plan anything. Everything changes, and we've tried hard to make sure that all of our services, especially to the folks who have no other transportation options, stay alive. But as things change, the plans do as well, and you kind of wonder, when is the next assistance going to come? When is the next bike going to sell? How are we going to keep these programs going without any funding? And when this one popped up that wasn't really planned for the year, it's here it is. Here's a great opportunity for us to serve the specific need that our community has for us right now. because we know that our services are needed more than ever and that our resources are more scarce than ever. The volunteer support that we have, we can't do because the building's not open. A lot of the sponsors that we've had in the past aren't able to give this year, and so seeing this being able to come together as an opportunity was, something that we're so thankful for and excited for the opportunity, because again, it's like, how are we going to make this work? We know that these kids need bikes. We're going to do it no matter what. Who's going to come in and help us do it? And boom, there it was. So it's pretty exciting for us. One of the things that I really love about the Boise Bicycle Project is that it's such a mixing pot of people who come in here. There's people who are coming and working on a titanium mountain bike. There's people who are working on their commuter. There's maybe somebody who's experiencing homelessness. There's maybe somebody who arrived in our country just a few months ago, and we're all sharing the space at the exact same time. Now with COVID, that space has become a lot different, and it's a little more empty than it's been in the past. And it's really forced us to refocus our efforts on the people who have no other transportation options. So when everything shut down months ago, BBP stayed open as an essential business because there are some people who ride their bicycle to every single place that they need to go. And without our services, they're suddenly disconnected to the community. And that's really where funds from this grant are going to help out, is making sure that we can fulfill that specific need that's existing right now because of COVID. These people who are having a hard time getting to the places that they need to go, who are lacking other transportation options where maybe they used to use the bus, but now maybe they don't feel safe doing it, or maybe the routes are decreased. Again, we know our services are more important than they've ever been before. And so right now is a great time for us to really dial in and laser focus on who needs the most help, who are the people without our services that are going to slip through the cracks, and let's make sure that we keep them connected.